Good morning, and welcome back to Affirmations That Matter. Another great day, another beautiful day. It's a beautiful morning, and we are happy that we have been blessed, we have been favored, we have been assigned to today, and so we are ready to step into today. We are ready to experience, to embrace the blessings that are in store in today for us. We are happy that you've stayed with us for 32 days. We are now on day 33 of the Affirmations That Matter series, and we are prepared to share with you the 33rd affirmation that really matters. Affirmation number 33 is, I attract what is healthy, kind, and aligned. I attract what is healthy, kind, and aligned. It has been said that birds of same feather flock together. It has also been said that a mind is a terrible gift to waste. These are only two sayings that speak to the principle in attraction, the natural principle of attraction that we experience on a daily basis. And even when we may not want to believe that the laws of attraction are magnetically alive, are very much alive, and impact us on a daily basis, even if we choose not to believe it, if you choose not to believe it, it does not nullify the existence of the natural law of attraction. We attract to ourselves what is in us. We repel from us what we don't feel attracted to. If we feel attracted to something, it is because there is in us a principle that is associated with what we attract. Very simple, if I enjoy mangoes, it is because there is something about mangoes that attracts me. So very simply, the laws of attraction impact everything we do on a daily basis. Whether we wish to appreciate it or not, the law of attraction will impact us. What we feed the mind is what we will get attracted to. What we admire with the eyes, that's what we'll get attracted to. What our senses behold, that's what we will get attracted to. In other words, our five senses, they keep conversing, they keep having conversations with the things that are around us and attract to us those things that are in sync with what we believe, how we feel about the world around us. And of course, our thoughts and our actions are interconnected. What we say is as a result of how we think. What we think comes from a deeper place of what we have exposed ourselves to. Now, of course, sometimes we may not want to believe what we say comes from what we believe, because sometimes we may say, well, I made a mistake in saying something, or I really don't believe that, it just came out by accident, or I accidentally said it. Well, it's not entirely true, because the mouth can only bring forward what the mind, what the conscience, what the thoughts have really paid attention to, what the thoughts have been given attention to, what the thoughts have been attracted to, what the thoughts have been deliberating over, even in an unspoken way, even when we have not expressed it to anyone. What is in the brain, what is in the mind, what is in us impacts us internally. And when triggered by what is outside of us, what is associated with the thoughts or the feelings that we have, expose who we are on the inside to those who are around us. In other words, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And from the abundance of the heart, the actions are manifested. Let me say this again. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And from the abundance of the heart, our actions are manifested. So our behaviors display what our thoughts are. Our behaviors represent our thoughts, our deliberations, or what comes into the brain has a relationship with what goes out. What comes in is aligned with what goes out. What goes out represents what's in. As much as we may not want to associate ourselves with some negative behaviors that others have seen in us, let us embrace it as being challenges that we have internally that are necessary to deal with. Today is a fresh day when we can commit ourselves to deliberate actions, deliberate behaviors, deliberate thoughts that will complement what we want to be, who we want to be, the legacy we wish to leave, the messages we want to convey, the level of mentorship we would like to give, the lessons we would like to pass on to those who are around us. We can instruct ourselves what we would like to see come out of us. There will be struggles, for we have lived long enough to know we are not immune to the challenges of behaviors. However, even with the challenges, the affirmation speaks to the intention and to the purpose of growth. The affirmation speaks to the purpose of loving ourselves sufficiently to attract to ourselves what is healthy. We begin with intentionally deciding what is unhealthy to us. So as we make the assessments and as we draw the conclusions, we can decide on what we will allow to impact us. We can decide on what is unhealthy for the lifestyle we would like to live. So today, I attract what is healthy, what is kind. It speaks to the intention of not just me, because kindness cannot be just towards me, but kindness has to be towards others. So today, the intention is not to focus only on myself. The intention is to also pay attention to those around me. And that's the reason why we have this affirmation today. So we pay attention to what is healthy. We pay attention to what is kind. We want to exude kindness. We want to demonstrate kindness because kindness is always reciprocated. As we give kindness, we may not receive kindness from the same individual to whom we are kind or to whom we were kind, but the laws of attraction cannot be wrong. It's a natural law. It's a universal law. As we give kindness, we are keeping a conversation with the natural principles that exist in our world, the divine principle as we exude kindness, as we demonstrate compassion, as we demonstrate kindness to others, we are in conversation with divinity. So spiritually, we are demonstrating our alignment with divinity. Kindness is a divine principle. Healthiness is a divine principle. Today, I will attract what is healthy, what is kind, and what is aligned. The alignment is in my purpose. So the intention has to be where we attract what is healthy, what is kind, and what is in alignment with our purpose. Again, bear in mind, it is not that the other distractions don't exist, for they are and they will always be. Yet, purposing in our hearts that we will attract what is healthy, what is kind, and what is in alignment for our purpose. Again, it speaks to our deliberate effort, our planned effort, the covenant that we have with ourselves, the commitment we have with ourselves to ensure that we don't just live, but that we attract what is going to be beneficial to us. It is important that we understand that there are elements in our world, there are instruments in our world, there are agencies in our world, there are movements in our world, there are vibrations, there are energies in our world that are bent on ensuring we don't move in the directions that they know is going to move us away from the negativity that they exude, that they give off. And so to keep us attracted to the negativity, to keep us attracted to the evil that is in them, they will present themselves as instruments of light. And because we do not have the level of spiritual consciousness that is going to identify what they do, to discern how they do what they do, through whom they do what they do, and how they are intending to ensure that they destabilize our lives, because they work so subtly, so connivingly, so secretly, that we are not able, without the spiritual consciousness, without that level of spiritual consciousness, we will not be able to detect them. They understand that, and so they are bent on attracting us. The law of natural attraction is still at work, is still at play, is still operational, because if you don't know it is destructive, because it appears nice, it appears accommodating, it appears embracing, you will embrace it. But there is in it that which is going to destroy you. Today, I will attract what is healthy, what is kind, and what is aligned. I encourage you today to pay attention to your spiritual consciousness. I need you to ask a divinity for the gift of discernment, to know how to decide, what to decide, when to decide, for what to decide, and watch the changes come through in your life as you apply the gifts that come with the blessing of discernment. Attract to yourself what is going to be spiritually healthy, what is going to be emotionally healthy, what is going to be financially healthy, Attract to yourself what is going to be relationally healthy. Attract to yourself what is going to be beneficial to you and the life you would like to live. Words serve as magnets. Friendships serve as magnets. Relationships serve as magnets. Employment places serve as magnets. Conversations serve as magnets. Instruments and agencies of darkness, instruments and agencies of destruction can be anywhere, in anyone. What makes the difference is to have the gift of discernment that is able to point out what is around you. For everything that glitters isn't gold, and everything that is attractive is not good. Today we need to pay attention to that. And so affirm with me today that you will intentionally seek to attract to you what is healthy, what is kind, and what is aligned with your purpose. And when we become knowledgeable of what is unhealthy, what is unkind, what is out of alignment with ourselves, with our purpose, we need to take action. For it is important that before the day ends, we would have done some work in aligning, in attracting to ourselves what is healthy, what is kind, and what is in alignment with our purpose. Thank you for stopping by on day 33. We're looking forward to you joining us again on day 34, when we together continue to look at affirmations that really matter, affirmations that will transport us from the locations where we have failed to the locations where we will not just succeed, but where we will thrive. And remember, if you do like the content of our videos, that you would tap the like button, you would subscribe, and be sure to tell somebody about us and help us grow developing this great YouTube community. Thank you. Do have yourself a wonderfully productive day.